Welcome to Kentucky Football Nation. It's Wednesday, May 7th. I wanted to jump on here and give you guys some football and basketball updates. My portal video on the football team came out yesterday, the portal update. I made it on Sunday, and by the time I put it out on Tuesday, we already had 2 more players. So let's catch up a little bit today since it's Wednesday midweek. This morning I was listening to Tom Leach's show, and he had John Hale. I really like John Hale, a reporter from the Lexington Herald-Leader. Seems to be very knowledgeable. Doesn't have a YouTube page. Trying not to get clicks. Just putting out really good information. So shout out to John Hale, Lexington Herald-Leader. So with our additions to the football team, we're at 21 players signed out of the portal, which is a lot. They stated that we're probably not going to be getting a lot of high school players every year. We are probably going to use the portal, which is probably a smart thing to do to get experienced players. We'll probably select a few high school players here and there and develop them, but a lot of times it's just easier to get guys out of the portal for 1 or 2 years. So John Hale and Tom Leach both think that's the way of the future, but we'll see. Things could change when Congress and the president get involved. There's no telling what could happen. But as far as last time we talked, we had picked up the tight end Elijah Brown, but then we picked up Fogler, an offensive lineman from Ball State, and this Cozart, a wide receiver from SMU. Now, these 3 guys, they were talking about the portal here right now. The players you're getting now at the end of the portal are just practice players, which is smart because you don't want to use all your starters for reps. So these guys knew coming in that they were not going to be starters. They were going to be practice players, and they would have a chance to move up. So, the players we're getting here at the end are practice players. So we got an offensive lineman, a wide receiver, and a tight end, which I said we were probably going to get a wide receiver and an offensive lineman. If we could get a defensive lineman, that would be good. So, yeah, two players added since the last video. And so, like I said, we're up to 21 players added, and we've only lost 8. So we got good numbers. One thing they did was they were talking about Zach Calzada, our quarterback, and John Hale compared him to Dusty Bonner. I thought that was a good comparison for all you older people who are older and remember the late 90s when we had Tim Couch. So Dusty Bonner was sandwiched between Tim Couch and Jared Lorenzen, probably our 2 best quarterbacks ever. He was a 1-year guy, and everyone picked us just like they are this year. They're picking him to be awful, and we were going to have an awful year. Well, guess what? We went to a bowl that year. I think we went 6-5. But where Dusty Bonner did a good job was he didn't turn the ball over. So I remember we got blew out by Louisville, and we did get blown out like 2 games. But he was able to win some games in the SEC, and we were able to go 6-5 and go to a bowl. But he just sort of, ran the offense, didn't turn the ball over. All these professional people, this is not an offense, Cohen's offense, where Will Levis is going to throw it and run it down the field, and we're just going to, try to just get some really big plays out of this. That's not how this is going to work. We're going to run the ball. So good comparison. Basketball. Let's talk basketball. Kind of a controversy. The basketball schedule came out. We play Louisville the earliest we've ever played them. We play them on November 11th. And there are people losing their mind because they want us to play them in December. I know it's been said before. Let's play on Super Bowl Sunday so everybody can, that's a good day to play a basketball game right before the Super Bowl. But they do not like the game being played in November. And I have to agree. That is a little early to play a rivalry game. You're just trying to learn your roster and your rotations. And I mean, come on, you really want to play that game in Christmas, New Year's, and make it into a real event. I don't know how big of an event it will be on November 11th. So that's my 5-minute update because that's what we're at. So we added some players. They're just going to be practice players. And the Louisville game is what it is. And yeah, nobody likes it. And I don't like it. You probably don't like it. But hey, that's the way it is. And because we put Indiana in the slot that we probably should have put Louisville in or something. They were comparing it on KSR. So I don't know, but it's the 11th. So coming out this weekend, I'm going to do a deep dive into the defense. John Hale also gave some insight into the defense, which I'll hold as a teaser because I didn't see that coming. Some things, he's at practice all the time, talks to Brad White. So we're going to do some things on defense that's different than what we did last year. So if you like this channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'll be putting shorts out. I probably won't put one out today since I put this out, but tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. Well, I'll do the video Saturday. So I'll put some shorts out for 2 days on Thursday and Friday. Listen, thanks for watching.